Who's got it better than us? Nobody!
What's up, everybody? I'm JT Magnum, and welcome to Niner News. Now, big news actually just happening. The release of Desean Jackson. Now, the 49ers have been rumored to be trying to trade for him, then rumored to not be trying to trade for him, and Trent Baalke saying, no, we haven't pursued him, but yet other people saying that we have. I don't know what's going on, but all I do know is he had some gang-related off-the-field issues and some other personal off-the-field issues going on, and Philadelphia released them today. Now, will the Niners pursue him? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, there have been some other players in the past that the 49ers have pursued that actually had off-the-field issues, but, I mean, have played, for the 49ers and not have any problems, other minus Aldon Smith. But Ahmad Brooks supposedly had off-the-field issues. Chris Cook, who we just signed recently, had off-the-field issues. Trying to think. Eric Wright. There's a few players on the 49ers that supposedly had off the field issues, but completely cleaned up when they came to the 49ers. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't think the 49ers would get Desean Jackson. I don't think they can afford what he's going to be asking. The only way I see that he plays for the 49ers is if he basically wants to play in San Francisco. He wants to play for a team that's been to the NFC Championship 3 years in a row. And that's the only way I see him coming to the 49ers. But, I mean, there's going to be a lot of teams that are going to be offering him a lot more money. And I see him as a guy who's going to go for the money and go somewhere else. So I actually see him in Carolina. They need receivers even more badly than the 49ers do. And I see him going to Carolina and pairing up with Cam Newton there. So we'll see what happens. If the 49ers do get him, hey, then that's great. That's a great speed guy, which the 49ers have been lacking for the last few years. They've been lacking that one true speed guy that can stretch the field and that can actually, take a secondary back a little bit and open up some room for Frank Gore and the rest of the running backs to run, and Vernon Davis to roam free over the middle. So I'm looking forward to see if they try to get him or anything, but it still doesn't matter. Hopefully the 49ers can draft a speedy wide receiver in the draft. If they don't, maybe somebody with just obviously less problems than Desean Jackson. But moving on, we're going to talk about some free agents and some signings that the 49ers did. Jonathan Martin, obviously, it's been a while that has happened, but I think that's a good pickup. Obviously, the 49ers, if he makes a team, the 49ers have only given up a 7th-round pick for him. And it helps for Joe Staley, and it helps Alex Boone, actually, because and it helps Anthony Davis, because these guys Jonathan Martin can play right tackle or left tackle, and if Joe Staley or Davis gets hurt, at least he can be able to slide into any one of those two positions and play the position well, and not have to worry about incognito or anybody else bullying him or supposedly or whatever. It's just a ridiculous story to me. But anyways, and it actually helps Alex Boone, because Alex Boone doesn't have to slide to the tackle position where he's obviously right now playing guard. He plays the right guard position, so he doesn't have to slide over, and Snyder doesn't have to go to the guard position. So Alex Boone can remain in his position. Jonathan Martin can fill in anywhere, and the Niners can, their offensive line can keep on ticking. So I like that move a lot. And we had problems with Iupati getting hurt a little too. So if Iupati gets hurt, at least Snyder can move into that position. Doesn't have to worry about moving around or anything like that either. So I really like that signing for the 49ers. And we'll see what happens as the season goes on. To me, it's a steal for a 7th rounder. I mean, it's great for a 7th rounder. But we also signed Chris Cook and brought back Eric Wright and Parrish Cox. Now, I like those are 3 cornerbacks, and I like the 3. And you already know how I felt about Parrish Cox. He played very well in the playoffs for the 49ers, and I think that's a great signing. He's a low budget signing, cheap, don't have to worry. He plays solid corner. I still think the 49ers are going to draft a cornerback, kind of like a cornerback that's going to be maybe a franchise corner, hopefully, in the draft. But and I'll get to those, the 49er draft needs and players I think the 49ers should look at in a future video. But Chris Cook is a nice tall corner. Now, the only thing about Chris Cook I do not like is he was burnt a lot last year. I mean, the completion percentage against him was high, but then again, he was playing for a Minnesota defense and playing in a Minnesota scheme that did not suit his abilities. So I know you hear that a lot, but a lot of times players don't fit certain schemes. Players don't fit certain teams, and he happened to be one of those players that he just wasn't happy in the system, and he felt that they didn't use him the best way he's used, which is being a press corner. And as if you all know, the Niners play a lot of man-to-man, Niners play a lot of press, and we'll see what he can do. I don't know if he's going to start, but we'll see what he can do. He's 6'2", about 215 pounds. He's a big dude, 212, 215 pounds. He's a big dude, tall, lengthy, and hopefully he can, he's pretty fast too. Hopefully he can, bring to the Niners, something different, a little bit of some press coverage, something that Nnamdi Asomugha was supposed to do last year and wasn't able to do, and then we ended up releasing him. So hopefully that works. But I do like the signings also of Eric Wright and Parrish Cox, because those are two solid corners. Eric Wright now under a whole year under his belt with Ed Donatella and the 49ers defense. Hopefully he can show what he can do, and that's it. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about Desean Jackson, possibly the Niners pursuing him. I don't think it's going to happen. I think they'll look at it. Of course, everybody's going to evaluate. They're going to try to see what they can do. But I don't think he comes to San Francisco. It'd be great if he came to San Francisco, because it gives us that speed receiver that we needed. Already polished in the NFL, knows how to run routes, knows how to read defenses and get open. So I like that. But we'll see what happens in the future. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and take care. JT Magnum, Niner News. I'm out. Peace, y'all.